are a trio of readers today. I'm Sequeira. I'm not basically from Buenos Aires. I'm just from around the corner. But these two are Ana Guebel and Daniel. We're going to start with Ana. Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for having us. My English is a little rusty, but I'll do my best. I'll start with my outfit. This is la camiseta de Boca, Argentina's best football club, and this is our flag. I'll just begin. Capital is wet dream. Every time I pay the check, all this luster rises, fame, fortune, guns, and nostalgic. Running through the street, feeling like attacking, glitz and glamour daydream, spending money's priceless. Capital is wet dream, all this luster rises. Give me everything, everything I ever wanted. Only care about myself, ain't got time for no one else. Me, myself, and I. Capitalist mindset, capitalist wet dream. All this luster rises. My psyche is destroyed, give me all I ever wanted. So much for those dreams. Capitalist nightmare, capitalist wet dream. Give me everything, everything I ever wanted. Give us everything, everything we ever wanted. Margaret Thatcher's anti-DJ supremacy. Thatcher tells Avicii, give me your nectar, and understands that she is Margaret Thatcher because she expects not a little, but everything. She corrects herself, she demands, give me all of your nectar. Avicii kills himself and goes out of fashion. Margaret is told in secret that Avicii left in his diary a note for her. The shedding of the soul is the last attachment before it restarts. Thatcher closes her diary, the diary spits and cleans her mouth, in a very British manner, thinks, poor Avicii, worth-worn thing, that's why he was a DJ. The last thing Avicii wrote in his diary was in fact that an inspired idea. Whether Margaret Thatcher and Avicii would be a good match is an interesting idea, but this poem actually is an excuse to debate a friend's thought on the current DJ supremacy over the rest of artists. What do you think? This is not an idea, this is a fact. My friend says, I will now speak of DJs as people speak of poets, badly. This is something my friend has actually told me. As evidence, I could show text. But this poem actually is about the 16 personality test in which I got Margaret Thatcher's and Avicii turned out as someone else's. But this poem is not actually about whether that someone else and I are a good match or not. That information I won't share so that this poem doesn't end up being, as almost every poem, one about love.
I don't speak English fluently, then I read in Spanish. Yes, it's a part of my novel, Absolute, Jessica translated. The translated is very best, it's best than the original. Bien. Alguna vez en las pruebas escolares mi maestra alineó sobre su escritorio 10 copas de cristal y las fue llenando de agua según una progresión creciente. Un cálculo matemático aproximativo. Y luego empezó a golpearlas con una cucharita de té, de a una por vez. Como nunca habíamos asistido a un experimento semejante, nos asombró advertir que, luego de cada pequeño golpe, en vez de brotar un sonido seco y acabado, fluía una especie de vibración sonora que permanecía temblando durante segundos sin apagarse. Sobre esa vibración inicial, la maestra imprimía otra y otra, de modo que la primera copa se volvía un arco de vibraciones idénticas, y sin embargo distinguibles entre sí. Esa diferencia en la identidad era un milagro que la maestra decidió multiplicar por el número de copas existentes, desplazando la cucharita al costado de la copa siguiente y golpeándola de modo que un segundo sonido, ya no recuerdo si más grave o más agudo, se superpusiera al primero y se desplegara en su propia identidad. Golpeó una y otra vez, una y otra copa a un ritmo creciente, hasta que el tintineo logró superponer todas las vibraciones de la hilera de copas y las de cada una de ellas, vueltas a ejecutar antes de que su temblor original se hubiera apagado. Esa música angélica servía para ilustrar alguna ley física que he olvidado. Todo canta, dijo la maestra. Años después yo vería cada planeta deslizándose en el espacio como una gota de agua vibrátil que sonaba de acuerdo a la sacudida que le brindaba un estímulo exterior y la fuerza antigravitatoria de su propia masa, determinada por su elipse angular. Pero entonces, en aquellos días de mi infancia, solo pude ver en aquella música temblorosa y elemental el triunfo de una armonía suprema. La humillante vida escolar, la tediosa sucesión de enseñanzas que nada me importaban, había dado paso a una lección sobre la belleza y la verdad, y ese misterio abierto como una flor, solo gracias al auxilio del roce de una cucharita, pronto daría lugar a otro del que yo no había encontrado hasta entonces explicación, y que solo resolvería en el curso de mi viaje.
This is a reminder that the pump house should be closing in 30 minutes. Thank you.
Sorry.
Y que solo resolvería en el curso de mi viaje a través del tiempo, el misterio de la ausencia de mi madre. Vale.
Once, as part of a classroom demonstration, my teacher lined up 10 crystal glasses on her desk and filled them with water, based on an increasing progression, an approximate mathematical calculation. Then she began to strike them with a teaspoon, one at a time. Since we'd never seen an experiment like this before, we were astonished to notice that after each tap, instead of a sharp, complete sound, there was a kind of flowing acoustic vibration, which remained trembling for a few seconds without fading. Over the first vibration, the teacher introduced another and another, and his first glass turned into a rainbow of vibrations, identical in pattern yet discrete in time. This difference of identity was a miracle the teacher multiplied over all the glasses, moving the teaspoon to the side of the next one and striking it in such a way that a second sound, I can't remember now whether lower or higher pitched, superimposed itself on the first, thus beginning to unfurl with its own identity. She struck one glass after another, faster and faster, until the jingling echo drowned out the vibration of the entire row, and each one of the individual glasses made to perform again before its original tremor had ended. That angelic music was played to illustrate some law of physics I'd forgotten. Everything sings, the teacher said. Years later, I'd see each planet slide through space like a drop of vibrating water, sounding according to the blow given to it by an external stimulus and the anti-gravitational force of its own mass, determined by the angle of its elliptical movement. But back then, in those days of childhood, I could understand this trembling elemental music only as the triumph of a supreme harmony. The humiliations of life at school, the tedious succession of lessons that didn't matter in the slightest, had given way to a lesson about beauty and truth. And this mystery that opened up like a flower, thanks only to the graze of a teaspoon against a glass, would soon yield to another for which I haven't yet found an explanation, which I would resolve only when traveling through time, the mystery of my mother's absence.